Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? I'm cold, I'm tired, I'm desperate for another cup of tea, and yet, strangely, I'm raring to go. So let's get that intro rolling and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of December, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, the CMA is prolonging the agony on its investigation into alleged collusion within the UK demolition industry. We're going to be building an ice village using just one machine, but dozens of attachments. Engcon has broken out the spanners to teach us all about tilt rotator maintenance. We're California dreaming about demolition in the sunshine, and we're going to get up close and personal with a beast of a wheel load of the Komatsu WA800-8. We'll get to all of that in just a second, but first let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days.
Happy birthday!
And it's many happy returns to TV's Noel Edmonds and to the BG twins, Maurice and Robin Gibb, to Deacon Blue singer Ricky Ross, and to French model Vanessa Paradis. Quite scarce on the famous people's birthdays today, but many happy returns to them, one and all. Anyone hoping that Santa might deliver a conclusion to the CMA investigation into the UK demolition industry is about to be bitterly disappointed. The spectre of collusion that has haunted the demolition sector like the ghost of Christmas past for more than 2.5 years now will apparently not be exorcised until at least March next year. I say apparently because the latest statement from the Competition and Markets Authority doesn't actually mention demolition by name. Instead, it says the investigation is looking into anti-competitive arrangements in the supply of construction services that may infringe Chapter 1 of the Competition Act of 1998. However, the timeline of this investigation certainly mirrors the investigation that we first reported back in the first quarter of 2019. According to the latest statement, information gathering began in March 2019 and ran until September of the same year, when I think most of us were expecting some kind of decision. In October 2019, a decision was taken to proceed with the investigation. In June 2020, the CMA said that it was still assessing evidence and would provide an update in December 2020. That update then pushed back the findings to February 2021. At that time, a decision was taken to continue the investigation, and it was suggested that another update would be forthcoming in October 2021. That, as we all know, never transpired, but the latest statement now states that the investigation remains ongoing and that the next update will not be until March next year. I have precious little sympathy for any companies that have actually engaged in collusion or for anyone that's actually facilitated such practices, but I most certainly do feel for those reputable demolition firms that are now being tarred unfairly with the same brush of suspicion. I heard first thing this morning of a local authority tender being put on hold while the CMA investigation is resolved. And I'm also hearing multiple reports of companies being quizzed about the ongoing investigation ahead of pre-qualification. March really can't come soon enough. Now, I'm just going to remind everyone, we've been maintaining an online dossier charting the CMA investigation pretty much since it began, actually. We've now added details of the latest statement, so you can read that and the full back catalogue of information on the CMA probe using the post, or using the link rather, that I'm just about to post in the chat, all things being equal. Has that gone away? Yes, it has gone away. So if you check the chat, you'll be able to see exactly where we are and chart the history of this ongoing investigation. It's the one time of the year when we actually welcome snow and ice rather than complaining about how it will hamper work and travel. So, what say we head to Finland where they actually get some proper snow and ice? And we're going appropriately in the company of specialist manufacturer Avant, which has supplied a machine and a host of attachments for the construction of an ice village. I don't know about you, but I could do with a hot chocolate after that. But instead, stick around and we will whisk you off to sunnier climes.
Axoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit axoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
Given that we must all, for now at least, see international travel as a thing we used to do, any hopes of jetting off to sunnier climes currently feels like a distant dream. However, through the power of video and live streaming technology, I'm about to whisk you off to a demolition site in Southern California. So, assuming you can remember how, fasten your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff. I hope you enjoyed that bit of California dreaming. Now get your spanners ready as we're about to talk tilt rotator maintenance. Now, we all know that any kind of construction and demolition equipment is only ever as good as the care it receives. With that in mind, those fine folks over at Engcon have produced a series of videos detailing how to care for tilt rotators. I'll add a link in the chat to the video series in question while you're watching this first episode. But sit back and enjoy.
Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Fredrik Eklund. I'm the product owner for Engcon Control Systems, and once more I've been asked to be the host for yet another virtual presentation. Since the success of our last presentation, I've been asked to host this, and with me once more I have Niels Giesen from our global technical support team.
Yes, hello.
We are currently standing in the prototype workshop in lovely Strömsund. Here we're doing development of new products as well as testing and prototyping, but today we'll be looking at some of the serviceability and maintenance that users, operators and owners of Engcon tilt rotators can perform by themselves with products which they can purchase at the local hardware store.
Yes, exactly. So we have been shopping around and we have bought some products here. Obviously we have our grease gun. Then we have some electronic spray. We have silicone dielectric compound. Then we can either use this compressed air from the can, or we have, if you're working in the shop, we just use the normal compressed air. And then we have just the multi-purpose rust protection grease.
Perfect. So how many areas, I mean, what is it that we'll be looking at? We'll be looking at some of the electrical things, some hardware maintenance as well. Anything else we want to have said about that?
Yeah, we're going to check the central greasing system, see that everything works fine, look for loose contacts, corroded contacts. Yeah, just make a general overlook so that the next time we're going to use the tilt rotator, everything works perfect and we don't have any downtime when we don't need it.
Perfect. And I think it's worth mentioning as well, I mean, all of these maintenance areas, there's not just because it's, I mean, we are currently moving into autumn time, it's going to be cold, it's going to be wetter. These are, let's say, maintenance areas which you can do all around the year, not just one time a year. Do it now and then, and that will prolong the life of your Engcon tilt rotator. But before we get started, we need to suit up. We need to have our workshop wear on. So,
yes.
All right. So where should we start? Should we start with the electrical part then, maybe?
I think the first thing we should do is just clean up here a little bit, so we have some space.
I'll take my gloves on
the side.
And as you can see, as in every good cooking show, we have prepared a bit. So we have removed the cover plates over the main valve.
You can watch the rest of the Engcon video series using the link that I've just posted in the chat.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Now, due to yesterday's unplanned and prolonged rant about all things health and safety, I was unable to bring you our usual heady mix of small talk and big diggers. Well, I'm about to put that right, so strap in while we get up close and personal with the Komatsu WA800-8 wheel loader in action. When you want to go full beast mode, that should be your machine of choice. That pretty much wraps up the day. No, actually, I've got one more thing that I need to play because otherwise she gets upset.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by myself, that pretty much wraps up today's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. I'll be very surprised if nobody mentions the CMA investigation. Obviously, I'll be back here on the morrow, usual time, usual place for more of this old stuff and nonsense. But until then, stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues, and I'll see you on the other side of this. Thanks for watching.